Welcome, friends. It's Bob and Fran, your healthy aging coaches and authors. We're glad that you could join us in this quick every morning stretch routine from a sturdy chair without wheels or arms. This is very important for improved flexibility, range of motion, and blood circulation. So let's get started now. Be sure to stay in your comfort zone and do the best you can. Just follow along with us and sit up straight without leaning back.
So we're going to start with some warm-up stretching. We do this by interlacing the fingers as best as you can here at the belly area. Inhale the hands up, turn the palms down, then out and up, keeping the elbows bent so the arms are rounded and you're stretching up, kind of wiggle up, stretch your torso out, and then we're going to tilt to one side. So we're going to tip to one side. You can feel the stretching of the rib cage on the opposite side. Come back to center and then do the same to the other side. Really nice stretch. Good job. Then straighten up, hands overhead, and we're going to arch back a bit. So keep the chin down, arch back slightly. Good. Then come back to center. Now we're going to lower the hands in front of the heart area. So here the arms are still rounded, and you get a really good stretch in the upper back area. Excellent. So bring the hands up, and we separate and come down slowly. So the next would be a chest stretch. So as we age, we can get tighter in the chest, sort of bent over like this. We want to keep the chest open. So we raise one hand with the palm up and the other hand at your side, palm down. And what we're going to do is push both hands back. So we open the chest. And then we release. Flip the hands. So the other one's up. And the opposite hand is down and facing back. And push both back again. Then release. Flip, and let's repeat it one more time. Back, open the chest, release, flip the hands, back, open the chest, and release. Good. Next, let's work on the fingers and the hands and the wrists. So here we're going to open the fingers wide, push the fingers out so the palms and the hands and the fingers are very open and stretched. And then we're going to collapse into a fist. So make a hard fist. Let's repeat that. Open the fingers wide. You can sort of wiggle them a bit, keep them extended into a fist. Good job. Now let's fan the fingers. So it's this curling motion. Yeah, so we're going to stretch the fingers and thumb. Curling, curling. Now let's work on the wrists a little bit. So curl the wrists. Stretch the wrists up and down, and then let's combine that into a slow turning wheel. So one hand rotates over the other, and we exaggerate the wrist, and we fan the fingers as well, if you can. So there's no right or wrong way, but you want to work the wrist, the hand, and the fingers. Now let's rotate the other direction. Good job. Perfect. Let's work on the neck. So for years we've been doing what we call the three-way neck stretch. And that would involve tilting the head first up and down, and then and back. So it's back and down. Then we're going to be turning to the sides. Then we're going to be tipping to the shoulders, dropping the ear toward the shoulders. Let's start with the first one. So from a forward position, we're going to lower the chin toward the chest with an exhalation. So we like to breathe in and out through the nose if you can. So exhale down, chin to chest. Inhale back to center. And exhale as the head drops back. And on this one, you can exhale through the mouth if it's easier for you. And let's repeat from center. Exhale down, chin to chest. Back to center, drop the head back. And once more. chin to chest, working the neck here, back to center, and drop back. Now from center, we're going to be turning to one side. So we're going to our right, doesn't matter. And stretch as far as you can without, paining yourself in any way. Trying to look over the shoulder and then back to center and do the same to the opposite side. Stretching as far as you can, it's comfortable. And then back to center. Let's repeat that. All the way to one side, maybe getting a little more stretch each time. But be gentle with yourself and never go through your comfort zone. If anything starts to hurt you, just stop. You know your limits. And one more time. One side, back to center. Excellent. And back to center. So this time we're going to tip our to one side, so we drop. We're going to the right side. We're going to tilt our head with the body upright. We just tilt the head ear toward the shoulder and come back up to center and tilt the other direction. Back to center. So here we exhale when we tilt downward and inhale as we raise the head to center. Once more to the left. And then back to center. And finally, we're going to do one more. So we suggest you do maybe 3 of each of these stretches. So next would be shoulder stretches. So we do something called the bird spreads its wings. So we're pretending we're birds here. We start by putting all the fingers and your thumbs into sort of like a bird's beak. And then find a little fleshy indentation right under your collarbone. You can get it, but if you move your elbows close in, you can feel sort of this indentation here. So sort of lock your fingers in there. And then we put the elbows as close as we can together. Breathe in and raise the elbows up toward the sky. Separate the elbows and come down. So inhale up, separate the wings, and come down. And one more time, up. This gives you a great stretch, good for the shoulder joint and the rotator cuffs. And let's do one more. I like this. And up. This time we're going to turn to one side. So we turn to, we're going to go to the left side, and then we bring the right elbow up to the sky, and then turn all the way, hard right turn, and then lift the other elbow up and turn in the opposite direction. Elbow up, turn all the way, elbow up, turn all the way. This is a terrific exercise for the shoulders. And one more time, up, turn, and down. Excellent. So next, we're going to work on the back. We're going to work on the upper back, the mid back, and the lower back as well. And we call this three-way back exercise. It's our favorite for our backs. So we start with soft fist up about at the shoulder area. And then we're going to curl the fists in so that the knuckles are facing you. And try to actually have your arms touching all the way to your elbows, or as best as you can here. And you're sort of peeking over your fingers at us. So, and then we bend forward in this position just slightly. The hands are about at the chest. I should say the elbows are about at the chest. And then we're going to open and push the hands back, opening the chest. And then we're going to reverse back in, touching, and then bending over just a little farther with the elbows into the belly. So this is for the middle back. The first one was for the upper. And then we open wide so the chest pops out, hands are back. And then again, we're going to come forward, turning the hands in. This time, bending even more forward with the elbows toward the groin area. And we take the inhalation and open. And then we close. And then we're going to open and twist to the right, or any side you choose. And then come back to center. And then open to the opposite side. And back to center. Three-way back exercise. Now let's work a little on the hips, stretching out the hips and the waist area. So we like to do something called torso circling. So we start with the hands on the thighs, and we go to one side, and we bend over, and just sort of circle around and come up. Let's do that again. Circle. And come all the way around. And once more, circle around. You can feel that in the back. It works the hips real well. And let's reverse this going the other way. Let's do 3 circles in this direction. Good. And always do the best you can here. And up. Now we like to do what we call some reach overs. So we're going to start with the right hand, bring it up overhead with an inhalation, and then just reach as far as you can and focus on the hips and waist here. And then come back, lower the hand, and then come here. So it's inhale up, hold the pose a little ways, and then exhale down. And then we'll do one more. Reach over. Very good. So, we've worked most all of our body except our legs and feet and ankles, and it's important that we do that. So let's start with the ankle flex. So we can start with going up on your heels here, and then up on the toes and raising the heels. So it's up and down, up and down. Get a little action in the ankles. And now we can lift the leg and just maybe do some circling, if you can, in one direction and then repeat it in the other direction, working the ankles. And then move on to the other leg, circling. And then ankle crack there, that was good. Circling the other way, good. And now let's do some leg extensions and really work the legs a bit as we are in our last exercise. So we start with the hands maybe on the sides of your chair, and then we pick the knee up and then kick out and hold the pose. Then back to knee up and on the floor. Let's go to the other leg. Knee up, kick out, hold. Knee up and down. One more time with the right leg. Up, extend, hold, and down. Up, extend, knee up, and down. One more time on each leg. Up, extend, hold this now. Last one, hold it, and down. Great job, everyone. We appreciate your hard work.
We hope you enjoyed this session and will make it a daily healthy aging habit. If you did, it would help us if you would give us a thumbs up, subscribe, get notifications, and share this video with others. And we look forward to seeing you again, hopefully tomorrow. Bye for now.